Today for math, you will be reviewing concepts presented in Unit 1. If you take a look at your Unit 1 practice packet, I am going to quickly go over what you will be working on today. First, you are going to be using your student reference book to help remind yourself of conversions within the metric system. Remember, the metric system is all in base 10, so you're going to either be multiplying or dividing by either 10, 100, or 1000. For number 2, you are going to be finding the area of a rectangle. Your number sentence should reflect the formula that we know for area, length times width. For number 3, you are going to be finding the area of a quilt. A friendly reminder to you would be to create an area model for this problem. For number 4, you will be working on tiling. You can use your SRB, found within ConnectEd, to remind yourself of what tiling looks like. You will be needing to figure out how many tiles Lucy needs to cover her shower floor, but the first thing that I would recommend is to find out how many of Lucy's tiles it takes to cover just 1 square foot. By finding out how many tiles it'll take to cover 1 square foot, you will more easily be able to figure out how many tiles will be needed on the whole floor. Friendly reminder, when I am looking at 1/4 of a foot on each side, I'm thinking about the idea that 4/4 makes up 1 whole. So keep that in mind as you are doing this problem. I would highly recommend drawing a picture to help you. You're then going to use your answers to parts A and B to find the area of Lucy's shower floor in square feet. Since you already know how to multiply, you may be able to also figure this out using our standard area model number model. For number 5, you're thinking about volume again. Please make sure when you explain your thinking, you are doing so by writing out your words. You will be taking a picture of each of these pages and uploading it onto Seesaw when we ask you to do so, so please make sure that you are writing clearly. Continuing practicing with volume, which as a friendly reminder is 3 dimensions instead of 2 dimensions, which is area. You are going to be using cubes to find the volume of each of these rectangular prisms. Then you're going to be using the formula of number of cubes in 1 layer and multiplying it by the number of layers. If you want to look in your SRB, this can be found under iterating layers to find the volume. Then you're going to use the formula to find the volume of each prism. Friendly reminder that we can find the volume by multiplying length times width times height, or area of the base times the height. And then for number 10, you're simply circling which one is larger. Number 11 is a little bit tricky, but as a friendly reminder, if I'm looking over here at this side is going to have the same height overall as this side. So if this is 6 meters, what is left from the 12 meters? Find the height over here. So you want to find the volume of each separate rectangular prism and add them together. Make sure you have appropriate units. Number 12 reviews the same thing. I do want to make you aware of the fact that right after your Unit 1 practice problems, we have attached an answer key. However, before you go onto the answer key, it is very important that you do your own work. The second part of this activity is going to be correcting your own work with pen, and then you're going to be posting onto Seesaw the problems that you got correct and incorrect. So it's very important that we see both of those. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out to your teacher. Have a great mathematical journey today.